Hey guys, this is Noah and let's do a tier list video. So guys, according to you people, the most watched video on my channel has been the tier list video where I review all of the, at least half of the Elite Blasters till 2015, right? So, I decided to make a part 2, right? And, well, here we go. So I'm gonna start recording on my PC. Right. So we have all of the blasters from 2016 to present, which is 2021 March, right? And I'm gonna put the name of the blaster up here and what year it was released in up here, so you know what I'm talking about, right? And last time I did this, I put some really weird stuff, like instead of S, A, B, C, D, I put some like God Blaster and stuff, so I'll put an image on screen now and that's how it is now, okay? So, first the bow strike. Now this is just a glorified jolt, nothing more to it, and I don't know what to do, I'll just put it in D tier because it's just a glorified jolt, right? Then there's the dual strike, or I think that's at least what it's called, right? And it had this really interesting feature where it had a triad and then there was a mega triad attached to it, and it was really innovative because if let's say mega rounds were armor piercing rounds wherever you play, this would be really useful. So just for that feature and not the aesthetics or anything, I'm gonna put it in B tier. I feel like this is a pretty good place. If it had more ammo, I'd put it in A, but so far this is it. Next is the Hyperfire, and as you people know, I have a Hyperfire back down there, and I've modified mine with like laptop batteries, so it's crazy and all. But unmodified, I was experiencing quite a few jams, but rest of the time it worked just fine, right? So I'm gonna put it in like A tier because it's not the best, but again, it's not the worst, and it's good, right? The pocket strike, in my opinion, would be a little bit better than the bow strike because it has no gimmick and it can easily fit into your pocket, hence the name pocket strike, right? So if there was a tier between C and D, I'd put it there, but so far it's going into C tier. And guys, these are all my opinions based on the reviews I've seen. I don't own the majority of these blasters and you are completely entitled to your own opinion, so just a warning, right? And next is, I think that's the Sharpfire or the Sharpshooter, I don't know, but it's this one, the white one, right? It's like an ion fire but with like a detachable stock and barrel, and it's just gotta go in D tier, guys. I don't really like breech loading blasters because they're too slow. Use a magazine or use front loading blasters like the Disruptor or something, right? And then again we have another sharp jolt thing, so that's going in D tier as well. Okay, then we have the Strato, which I think is really cool because when they came out with the mega big bow thingy, I'll put up an image, right? When they came out with that, I was really intrigued but sad because they didn't make it for any Elite Blast, right? And then they came out with this, so I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's a clip and you can't like pull out a new one and just slam it in. Or at least I think you don't. I don't know what to do. Moving on, we have the Disruptor, which is, in my opinion, one of the best pistols you can get out there. The best, right? So I'm gonna put it in A tier. I'm biased, like it's my opinion. Be cool. Alright, then we have the Delta Trooper, and I do have a Retaliator, and they're pretty much knockoffs of the Recon. So I feel like the Delta Trooper is a pretty good up-brand of the Retaliator, and it is a magazine loading system which is fantastic. It has a barrel mount, a stock mount, but no tack rail on the priming handle, which I find great because what are you going to do, put a tack rail where you're priming? That's useless, right? So I'm going to put it in A tier. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments, I'm fine with that. Next we have the Infinius, and I really love the concept of this blaster because it was like, okay, you can load the darts into the magazine, while simultaneously firing, and that was so cool. I wish Nerf did it more, but they didn't. Infinius is the only blaster that has this system, so I'm gonna put it in like a B tier, and it's just a rapid strike with like a firing problem because it fires way too slow for a full auto blaster. Like even the Hyperfire in its unmodified state fires faster than this, which is shocking. Then there's the Scout, and I don't seem to remember what the original Scout looks like, but this is the Scout Mark II, right? So the Scout Mark II is a 5-shot like rotating thing. It's basically a Spectre without like the barrel and the stock attachment points and all. So I'm gonna put it in C tier because I don't think it's really that good. I mean, you get a disruptor for almost the same size, more ammo, and the disruptor looks cool in my opinion, right? Then we have the Surge Fire, I believe. It's cool. It's like a rampage with like an inbuilt drum clip, right? So I think that deserves a place in B tier. It's really cool, and I've seen many YouTubers complain about how like it skips a dart. I don't own one, so I can't really say, but just the concept of the Surge Fire is really cool to me. So it goes into B tier. Then we have the Ruckus. And one of my friends bought a Ruckus, and I was just like, why would you do that? It's an 8-shot clip, not even a magazine, a clip. Right, so I am just like, it's not unusable like the rest of these three, but it's just disappointing, right? So that goes into C tier. Then we have the Titan, and my god, the 50 round drum mag is amazing from what I've seen, right? I don't own the 50 round drum mag again, but I feel like it's a good like A tier blaster. If I was rating the magazine, I'd put it in S tier for sure, but the blaster is a bit too bulky, and I get that it's a minigun, but again, my opinion, right? The Trilogy is a really interesting blaster. I really wanted it to use like the sledge fire shells, so we would have like 3 shotguns using the same shell loading techniques, but that didn't work. And Nerf made out like a new shell, and I haven't tested it yet. I don't have this blaster, so I think it would be a good A tier blaster just because it's a shotgun and it's pump action. The shell ejects, which is so cool. Right, and then we have the Strike Ds6, I'm assuming, which is a very interesting blaster because if you just took out the bottom portion of it, like where the extra shells are like held, and you slap it onto the barrel of a blaster, it becomes a master key. The master key shotgun is amazing, and you can't do that with a sledge fire. You could do that with a rough cut, but then again, it's gimmicky, right? So I think this Shell Strike deserves to go into S tier if it was being modded. If not, it's a B tier solid because you have to like pull out the shell just like a sledge fire if you don't have the ejecting mod. So yeah, and this is my final tier list, right? So I've done all elites, and those are the majority of the blasters that I own. So if you want me to do more, put them down in the comments. But this is Noah Nerf, and I'm signing out.